So at Our Kids Early Learning Center, we have 2 large preschool rooms. So we're going to actually visit both of them. You'll have to be patient as we walk through our toddler rooms to get to the other preschool room. This preschool room is known as Vivacity. Here we are in the back area, which is the block area of Vivacity. You can see lots of beautiful blocks, a lot of archways to teach the children, these are potential future engineers, about architecture, building, structures, problem solving, negotiating. So we've got some cookie slices. By that we obviously mean tree cookie slices. They're slices of trees and branches, along with some dinosaurs inviting the children to play. Then there's some small blocks, some train tracks, beautiful natural seagrass baskets and willow, some large hollow blocks for children who might want to build larger structures. Lovely painting there of a lighthouse and the ocean, which is great considering we live in such a beautiful maritime province. Here we have pieces of real bamboo, large ones, different diameters, cut into pieces that they can add while they're building structures. Some billabos down below. You never know when you need a billabo. They're a fabulous open-ended material that the children love to rock in, to turn in, to wear, to pretend with, to scoop with, to carry with. Some great large giant linking logs here. We used a dado blade to cut those. We've got an organ that the children get to experience different noises, phrases, different sounds and rhythms on it because it can change for all the different types. Up above here we have a lot of materials so that the teachers can rotate the materials that the children have as offerings. Some garages there on the top. So we'll leave the block area and look at the rest of the classroom. See a lot of water bottles because the children get thirsty throughout the day. Of course, we have things posted like our evacuation procedures, all those kinds of necessary things. The children all have their own lockers. Again, we have some loose parts, which is the best types of materials for children to learn from. They can make them be anything at all. Natural, real, and authentic. Lovely, cozy, inviting loft up there for them to relax in with books and pillows. Some mirrors for them to understand about reflection. And we have their cots, their individual cots, as well as a sensory table underneath there. Each cot is labeled for that child and that child only. We have our binder of documentation here, making learning visible. Some more manipulatives here. We have some pattern blocks to teach the children about patterning, sorting, seriation, numeracy, tactile blocks. We've got their sand table over here. It looks like this classroom currently has oats in their sensory table to experience different textures. Again, like the other rooms, we've got real plants. Got some beautiful pine cones up there, giant ones. Looks like this table is an invitation to explore about the concept of colors. There are prisms, clear color, transparent blocks, which we like to use on our light tables and our light panels. But in this case, they're inviting the children to go deeper, to explore transparency and colors. Over at this table, we have an invitation to explore water and the concepts of volume. Love how they put some sequins in there to really spark the children's interest. There's some little cups for them with spouts to pour and ladles and different types of bowls for them to compare and contrast. There's a drying rack for the beautiful artistic creations to dry at. Again, we have all the children with their water bottles so that they can, at any point in time that they're thirsty. This is definitely the art area. Scissors and glue, chalk panels, clipboards, crayons, markers, pencils, access to various types of paper, and their favorite, colored tape. Boy, they go through the tape. This is a very interesting table. Has a hole in it It's been used for many different things. We've put a little hammock underneath it. The children like to pop out of the hole. They might stand in there, play with trains or cars around the edge as they stand in the middle. Or maybe they're just drawing around themselves. It's a great opportunity for big body play and for children to develop different types of motor skills. Those are all precursors to being able to write. Some paint set out here with big paper for easels, big paper for painting. This is a wonderful, wonderful opportunity here to really think about the shells that have been set out on this wavy mirror. There's clipboards with paper and pencils for the children to possibly draw or write, to try to share with the teachers their perspective on what they're viewing, what they're looking at. They can also, of course, ask for additional materials. Maybe while they're looking at this, it might cause them to ask for some paint, or for them to ask for some other, maybe they might ask for magnifying glasses. We have a large chalkboard over here with all the children's names above and the teaching team's names, so that the children are constantly exposed to letters. They do language charts as well. Little bathroom back here. We won't go around there because, you know, children deserve privacy, and although there are no children here, we can just take a quick peek in that the children are able to go to the washroom. We've got our evacuation board, some notes, our events. Then we have some learning documentation here, as well as our menu hanging up, our allergy chart, the children's lockers again. More pieces of learning documentation. Recently the children were making catapults. This area over here, obviously the children get to listen to music, especially at nap time. But this area, the children love. This is, of course, dramatic play. They've got their little stove, wonderful couch to relax on, some seagrass baskets full of babies and doll clothes and toy food, a dresser so that it feels like home, this wonderful tall rope lamp to make it feel cozy. And we have this buffet here that has real canisters on it, a real teapot, a bamboo steamer. And let's see what we have here set up at the table. Real cutlery, real and authentic, is so critical to children's learning. They feel like they're valued and given the validity, that they can be trusted and they have power and authority to be able to set up their own environments, can open up the cupboards and get more dishes out. And so in this room, we have some real things for them. As they're doing their pretend play, they feel more empowered to have access to real. Their play goes deeper, it's more meaningful. So this is one of the preschool rooms. We're going to walk through 2 toddler rooms to go and see our other preschool room. So we're going to quickly traverse through one of our toddler rooms. This is Bounce, so we're going to have a tour of our toddler rooms afterwards. So we're passing through Bounce, passing through our main entrance, and we're going to go through our toddler room known as Zest to get to our other preschool room, which is known as Dynamic. This is our classroom known as Dynamic. I think we're going to turn some big lights on for you. It's very cozy in here right now with some lamps. The children really enjoy having the lamps. The fluorescent lighting is great for doing lots of detailed work together, but sometimes it's just nice. They just want it to feel like home. So we've arrived in Dynamic. Dynamic does the same program, the same curriculum as the Vivacity preschool room. So the same emergent curriculum. They make sure that the children's names are hanging They've got all of the same information that's required to be posted, menus, allergies, evacuation things, but then different elements, similar elements but different, unique to their room. So a different couch, a different tall, inviting lamp, this one composed of branches. Over here we have a wonderful invitation to explore volume with these different colored bottles. A dresser to make them feel like they're at home. We've got these here, similar to Billabos, for them to balance on, to sit in, to rock in. They can stand on them. Again, supervised risk-taking, building those additional neural pathways. Over here, obviously, the beginning of a little grocery store. There's quotes everywhere exposing the children, pre-literacy, quotes that speak to the parents about the learning that's taking place, but again, exposing the children to letters. Little kitchen center, it looks like somebody needs to wash a pan from making pretend muffins. A little toaster oven. So we've made sure to take all the plugs off of these. But again, the children enjoy so much having real, authentic materials to do their pretend play. Just gives them such a sense of power, a sense of trust, a sense of confidence that we believe they're capable. So we've got real items there, along with the other things. Natural seagrass baskets again, so that they're exposed as much as possible to nature. Again, we're trying to have a warm, inviting room for them. There's a up there for us to have our music for them. Real kettles, real pots. Beautiful display here of the children of the room and their caregivers, building relationships, building community. Over here we have some Unifix cubes so that the children can explore these and numeracy. Then they, again in this room, they all have their own lockers. And we like to have pets, so we have some fish through our center, some photos back there, some baskets so that they can rotate the toys in this room, and real plants, of course. And there we have Buttons. Hi, Buttons. Are you interested in the tour? The children are very attached to Buttons. He has actually gone home on occasion with families on the weekends. There's our drawing rack for our art area. Access to lots of different types of paper, different textured paper, different colors, different weights to the paper. Free access to ribbon. Their colored tape, glue, markers, pencils, pens, stencils, all kinds of things. Scissors, of course, hole punches. We've got a light panel here for the children to learn about transparency, about illumination. It's an invitation for them to build some really interesting blocks that they can compare and contrast to other types of materials. So they learn opaque as well as transparent and translucent. Some interesting artwork hanging up here, cling wrap painting. Turned out beautiful, very vibrant. On display, showing the children that we appreciate their work. They can take it home if they choose to, or they can permit us to display it. Another beautiful little loft up here to be cozy. Lots of pillows, a little tiny couch for them. A nice basket of books. Over here we have their block area. A wondrous structure here with lots of arches, real bamboo of different diameters, big hollow blocks, some letters here for the children to think about. Right now, the children in this room are extremely, the past 2 weeks, extremely interested in letters and numbers. A little bit of an invitation up here for them to ask for the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs are probably on the shelf, actually, as opposed to asking. Some more real plants, their easel, their individually labeled cots, their water table. Again, they have, the same materials as the other room. We've got the lamps, so they have the giant linking logs. More blocks, animals, dinosaurs, branch slices. We've got some puzzles over here. Giant seashells. Very interesting invitation here. with under the sea creatures coupled with the seashells, and some wooden coasters for them to contemplate. And we've got some finer manipulatives here, pattern blocks, which is a precursor to learning to read. They can do patterns, seriation, shapes, some magnifying glasses for further observations, some coils for them to do some cause and effect and experimentation with. Over here we have our woodworking station. Yes, we actually do real woodworking here with the children with close supervision, but the children feel such power when they hold that drill and they use that drill to screw in a screwdriver. Not so much drilling, we really just more use it for putting screws into the wood. Teachers are always with the children, right beside them as they're using these materials, but it really gives the children a tremendous sense of confidence, self-worth, power as they're exploring it. Teaching them to take the nails out of the wood, put it back in. They wear their safety glasses, turning the vise onto a piece of wood, and here on the end they do some rasping of this wood. They've been working hard to rasp that. It really shows them that what they do can affect change. Again, this classroom also has a bathroom. We don't need to see the bathroom, but just the children are able to go in and out. And here we have their sand table. Scooping, measuring. So they actually have sand in their sand table. The other rooms had had oats. Another room had had cornmeal and dry pasta. Then we have their water bottles, because the children always have access to their water. Here's an interesting invitation. We've got the slices of wood with some animals and some sand on top of a mirror. So as the children are playing, they see that they have an effect. The other neat thing about the mirror is that it provides them with a defined space for their play. Children do actually enjoy boundaries. And this table here is inviting the children to use very small loose parts, some glass beads. I guess they're not beads because you can't actually put string or ribbon through them. So maybe glass pebbles. With such an activity such as this, the children may ask for mirrors, because they're used to mirrors being part of their environment, to stack the beads or pebbles onto the mirrors. They may just want to sort the colors. They may use them for counting. They may line them up. They may ask if they can take them to another area. They may even use them with paint. So we ask the children, do you have all that you need? As the children arrive in this room, same thing, the caregivers will ask the families, how was the night? How did the child sleep? They greet the family. They welcome them for the day. Then as the day goes on, the teachers take photos of the children as they're participating and engaging with the materials and socializing with their friends. Those pictures are sent to the parents via tadpoles, as previously mentioned. Each family gets pictures throughout the day. They get a daily report at the end of the day saying how the child slept, how the child ate, what activities and lessons the children experienced that day. And that pretty much explains to you our preschool program. So thank you for visiting Vivacity and Dynamic here at Kids Are Kids Early Learning. We don't just prepare them for life. We don't just prepare them for school, we prepare them for life through learning problem solving and negotiation and all the other skills that life entails and involves.